Coming up in this Brightline construction update, this update looks at the progress around Indrio County and Fort Pierce. We'll start near Wabasso and work our way down to Midway Road just south of Fort Pierce. Our first stop is the progress along Old Dixie Highway between Wabasso and Gifford. Not much has changed in this area since my last update here several months ago, but with my goal to have the most comprehensive reporting on the progress, I figured it's time for a new video. Crews are continuing to clear the brush along the right-of-way to make room for the second main line. These piles of brush are waiting to be mulched and then taken away. The crossings are starting to be prepared for the upgrades. This one has pedestals installed for the relocation of the gates. Here are two of the excavators doing the clearing. A new crossover is going to be built in this general area. Here's the equipment that is mulching the brush. This crossing has had most of the new crossing protection installed and the existing protection relocated. Hawk's Nest Road will be the first crossing in this area to be completely rebuilt. There is nothing to report on in Vero Beach, so next up is work in northern St. Lucie County. Here near Indrio Road, brush clearing is mostly complete, so track preparations should begin soon. Not much prep work had to be done in this area, as it is already clear for the most part and flat. Crews should be able to progress through here quickly once they begin. This crossing has had the new protection installed. The gates will remain covered without arms until they are put into service. Work is just beginning to upgrade this crossing. Here are several pieces of rail that have been delivered for the new main line. The next stop is the Taylor Creek Bridge. This bridge is completely finished and ready for the second track to be laid once track crews reach this area. This is the same general design as the other bridges being built along the route, with the troughs to hold ballast. The main line used to go on the left side of the old bridge, but was rerouted to the new bridge on the right while the old one was torn out and replaced. Once track crews reach this area, the existing main line will shift back to the left side, with the new main line here on the right. You can see where the track was cut to make this temporary adjustment here. This lot next to the bridge is the staging area for the company that is installing some of the new fiber optic lines for the project. Here's a flight back across the bridge. This is the other shift to go across the new bridge. There is also nothing to report in Fort Pierce itself, so the final stop's at Midway Road, south of town. Heading south from Midway Road, this area will have 3 tracks. In addition to the second main line, an additional track will provide a lead to access the Fort Pierce yard. It will allow the Florida East Coast Railway's freight trains to access and work the yard without blocking the main lines. This signal bridge was recently installed and will straddle all 3 tracks. This is what will be known as CP White City. In addition to the lead track re-entering the main line here, there will also be a crossover installed. The turnouts are already being assembled and installed. The second main line is already being built south of the crossover. The heads on the signals will remain turned away from the tracks until they are activated, so as not to potentially confuse the train crews by not being lit and think they are malfunctioning. This is where the current Fort Pierce siding begins that provides access to the yard. This track will be upgraded to become the second main line, with a new lead track built on the left of it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.